Ladies, to the end, we're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation. Dante's
Boxing Nation. Keep watching. Bye.
Dante's Boxing Nation over here with broadcaster Ray Flores. How you doing, Ray?
What's up, Dante? Good to see you.
Right. First things first, man, I want to say great job last week. You covered the fight by yourself. How did you feel covering the fight with no one working with you, man?
It was a great opportunity. It was a lot of fun. Robert Easter Jr. and his defense over Louis Cruz, Rasheed Warren lost his title to Zainat Zakhianov. It was a fantastic event. 1.5 million people total watched the fight on Bounce TV, and then several other thousand and 100,000 watched on Box Nation. So overall, a wonderful event. I have to give credit to everyone involved in the promotion. About Billions, Premier Boxing Champions, Bounce TV. I got to tell you, Robert Easter Jr. is a star in Toledo, much like Adrian Broner is a star here in Cincinnati, which is why we're here as he takes on Adrian Granados this Saturday on Showtime.
Absolutely. How do you see that fight playing out, Ray?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing is that Adrian Broner is a very talented fighter and has God-given physical tools. World champion in 4 different weight divisions. That's something that hasn't been done in quite some time. And that is a very monumental moment for any fighter. But Adrian Granados is coming off a win over Amir Aman about a year and a half ago in November. He's hungry, he's determined, he's ready to go. Adrian Broner now fighting here. This fight is at 147 pounds. He can go between 140 and 147. Broner can make some big fights in the junior welterweight division or in the welterweight division. But at the end of the day, he needs to continue to win. He's gotten 2 straight victories by stoppage, fighting here in Cincinnati yet again. He always seems to have outstanding performances here in his hometown. What's going to happen when he fights a very young and hungry lion in Adrian Granados? Even though Granados is the same age as Broner, they're both 27 years of age. Granados is younger from a boxing standpoint because he hasn't been in as many big level fights as Adrian Broner. So Broner is the more seasoned fighter, but Granados has a chip on his shoulder. Plus, he's fighting in the memory of Ed Brown, one of his teammates that was killed in the inner city in Chicago. So that means a lot to him. Plus, Granados, this is his Willy Wonka golden ticket. If he were to come out and defeat Adrian Broner, his life could change. Adrian Broner already has made a lot of money. He's made 7-figure paydays in the past during the course of his career. So for Adrian Granados, this is that golden opportunity. What are we going to see on Saturday night? You got to tune in. Plus, we got a heck of a co-feature. Lamont Peterson is back in action. He hasn't been inside the ring in about a year and a half. He's now campaigning in the welterweight division. 147 is loaded. He's fighting David Evanesian for a championship, and the winner will become the mandatory to Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. They fight on March 4th. Then, coming up in May, you have Kell Brook and Errol Spence Jr. So 147, another loaded division. Peterson wants to make a statement. David Evanesian coming off a win over Sugar Shane Mosley. He wants to prove that even though he beat a faded Mosley, he's still a force to be reckoned with. The light heavyweight division. Speaking of loaded and stacked divisions, you got Thomas Top Dog Williams Jr. You spoke to him, Dante. So did I. He's coming off a loss at the hands of Adonis Stevenson. That was a rough and tumble, back and forth affair. Williams got knocked out. But during the course of his career, he's gotten knocked out before. He lost to Gabriel Campillo and came back stronger than ever and went on to rattle off 3 or 4 straight wins and got that title shot against Adonis Stevenson. Top Dog looks in top shape, pun intended, taking on Sir Marcus Brown, who hasn't fought since April when he's collided against Radivoje Kalajic. I thought it was a very close fight. Brown got the decision. Some thought that Brown lost the fight. But Brown has a lot to prove in his own right because there are a lot of 2012 Olympians. Rasheed Warren was the world champion, former world champion, lost his title last week, as we talked about. You got Errol Spence getting ready to challenge for a world title. Dominic Brazil fought Anthony Joshua. Brazil's fighting next week. So for Marcus Brown, it's now his time, his moment here in 2017 to fight for the world title. But it all starts with Thomas Williams, whereas Top Dog wants to get back to fighting for a world title. And in his mind, he thinks he'll be a world champion sooner than later.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.